Today I will be discussing an article by Sanford P. Weinberg entitled A Field Application of Situational Leadership, a Critique of the Boy Scouts of America. This article was published in 1977 in the Journal of Applied Communications Research, and it explains his academic exploration into the leadership of the Boy Scouts of America and whether there was room for increasing its efficacy. As most of you are probably aware, the Boy Scouts of America is one of the largest youth organizations in the world. And as Weinberg points out, it is often a young person's first experience with small group interactions. So because of the size of the program and how many youth are involved with it, what young people experience in these small group interactions can shape those kinds of interactions for them for the rest of their lives. Therefore, it's important that their experiences in the BSA, or Boy Scouts of America, are meeting each of their needs as much as possible. The main event in the BSA's structure that led to Weinberg's research is an overhaul in their concept of leadership and its structure within their program. In 1972, the Boy Scouts of America shifted from the inclusion of very generalized leadership ideas such as KISMIF, which is an acronym for Keep It Simple, Make It Fun, to a more structured program that included 11 specific leadership skills such as resource investigation, communications, setting an example, sharing responsibility, counseling, and understanding both group and individual needs. Before the shift, the organization was structured to focus on group task completion, and individual needs of the boys were often pushed to the side. To carry out his research, Weinberg was employed in the summer of 1973 by a local Boy Scouts of America council as leadership training director at a scout camp in the Adirondacks in New York. So about 675 boys came through the camp as members of 40 different troops, each of whom completed a short one-page survey. The survey was also completed by both the youth leaders and the adult leaders. There were also interviews conducted in the style of informal conversations and conferences between Weinberg and the leaders. Scattered throughout the survey that the boys and the leaders completed were 3 questions whose answers were the most important to Weinberg. They were, who is your patrol leader? Would you like to be a patrol leader someday? And who is your best friend in your patrol? The leaders were also encouraged, aside from the survey, to speak with either Weinberg or the camp chaplain about any issues that presented themselves within their patrols or their troops. The data he collected confirmed his theory that the patrol leaders held a lot of high positional power, and that most of the youth surveyed indicated that they would like to also be patrol leaders. In 78% of the surveys, the youth also claimed that their patrol leader was their best friend in the patrol, from which Weinberg inferred that the patrol leaders maintained high levels of popularity. Weinberg also established several issues of significance that presented themselves often in the data. They included things such as group leaders being irresponsible, i.e. putting their own needs before those of the group, being bossy, being insensitive to other group members' feelings, attempted revolts against group leaders, and group leaders not sharing responsibilities with other members. Weinberg concluded from his research that what he calls situational leadership should be incorporated into the program. He also believes that aspects of high positional leadership be removed from the program to allow for more individualized counseling to take place. This could be accomplished by the patrol leaders not wearing any special insignia, through an increase in having to share responsibilities, as well as scouts being able to advance within the program without necessarily having to hold the position of patrol leader. He also acknowledges the challenge of being both an effective leader and maintaining focus on the ultimate goals of the group, as well as being able to effectively counsel individuals within that group, and that the organization would have to shift toward less goal-oriented leadership in order to do this. In conclusion, Weinberg states that the Boy Scouts of America should maintain flexible leadership in order to increase cohesion within their program.